So I have something that's pretty similar to follow this up with. That's, this is about debugging and seeing how your code is running. Uh, like per usual, we talk about one tool and people are like, oh yeah, but did you know about? So we've talked about Austin and we've talked about some of the other cool debugger profilers. And so over on PyCoders, they talked about FIL, F-I-L, which is a new memory profiler for data scientists and, well, general scientists. And you might wonder, like, why do data scientists or, biologists, why can't they just use our memory profile? Like, why is Austin not their thing, right? And it may or may not be. Like, it may answer some great questions for them. Like, obviously, they do a lot of computational stuff. Making that go much faster lets them ask more questions, right? So maybe profilers in general are like things they should pay attention to. But, when they talk about this, they say, look, there's a really big difference between servers and like data pipeline or sort of imperative, just top to bottom code we're just going to run. Scripts, sort of, right? Yeah. And that's what scientists and data scientists do a lot. So like, I just need to do this computation and get the answer. So with servers, if you're worried about memory, remember this is a memory profiler, what you're worried mostly about is, this has been running for 3 hours. Now the server's out of memory. That's a problem, right? Like it's probably an issue of a memory leak somewhere. Something is hanging on to a reference that it shouldn't. And it like builds up over time like cruft, and it just eventually wears it down. And it's just like bloated, with too much memory, right? So that's the server problem. And I think that's what a lot of the tooling is built for. But data pipelines, they go and they just run top to bottom, and they don't, for the most part, don't really care about memory leaks because they're only going to run for 10 seconds. But what they need to know is if I'm using too much memory, what line of code allocated that memory? Like I need to know what line where I'm using too much memory, and how can I like maybe use a generator instead of a function in a list or something like that, right? Yeah. So that's what the focus of this tool is it's like, it's going to show you exactly what your peak memory usage is and what line of code is responsible for it.
This is actually pretty cool.
It is, right? At first I thought, what is this? Like, why do they need their own thing? But as I'm looking through, I'm like, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And if you go to the site, you can actually see they give you this graph, like a nice visualization of like, here are the lines of code. And then it's like more red or less red depending on how much memory it's allocated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then the total amount, and you can like dive into like, okay, well, I need to see like this loop or this subfunction that I'm calling. How much is it done? So you can like navigate through this visual like red, pink, gray of like memory badness, I guess. I don't know, memory usage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
No, yeah, and when you're staring at code, it's not obvious where the huge array might get generated or used. So
yeah, and the example they have here, it's like, okay, well, they have a function called make big array. Okay, so like probably you might look there. And there's also things like using NumPy. Like, okay, here we're creating a bunch of stuff with NumPy. And you might say, well, here's the NumPy thing that we're doing that makes too much. But you could be doing like a whole bunch of, NumPy and pandas work, and like one line is actually responsible, but you're probably pretty sure it has to do with pandas, but you're not sure where exactly, right? So you could, dig into it and see. I think it's cool.
Yeah, we thought we were using arrays, and suddenly we have this huge matrix that accidentally.
Exactly. Why is all this stuff still in here? Yeah, cool. Well, anyway, if you're doing data science and you care about memory pressure, this thing seems super easy. It even has like a try it on your own code on the website, which I don't know what that means, but that's crazy. I'm not uploading my code there, but it's fine. Thank you for watching this segment of the Python Bytes podcast. This video was made during the recording of the full episode. Visit pythonbytes.fm and get the whole story. Subscribe to the podcast and get the entire episode delivered to your phone. Please support our work by taking one of the courses at pythonbytes.fm/courses or learning PyTest with Brian's book at pythonbytes.fm/PyTest. Finally, visit our sponsor shown on the screen here. Visit the link on the screen and get the special offer for Python Bytes and YouTube listeners. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.